Hey, Internet. Wanted to talk about something cool, but in the intro, we'll just show you an exciting view of Algerian pastry. One of my favorite things about living in France is actually the food. Uh, Surely and certainly that is the truth as I know it. Whether it be like le fromage, like the cheeses, or the different breads and pastries and stuff, it's been pretty great. In any case, it is now the weekend, and sort of just kicking around the idea of the following. I guess I wanted to get feedback from the community or anyone who wants to participate. Just like sort of the ideas of codifying thought patterns, whether those thought patterns be positive or negative. And what do I mean by that? I mean that as I've been going through the process of LTC and like really committing to the idea of learning to code, I've noticed that there are days, moments, weeks, potentially even months where I like, if you sort of like look at a correlation or a trend, I'm feeling really, really positive about the idea of learning to code, or in the opposite sense, like feeling really down and really frustrated, and I'll have a lot of negative thoughts. And so this, for me, I guess, maybe it's different, probably is different for you, but for me, this sort of means that like I'll have a lot of thoughts where I'm feeling like really negative, like sort of a lot of questions or progeny of questions like why am I learning to code? Like why do I want to potentially try to become a dev, like an engineer? Why do I like think that I might have the hardware or software, whatever, like the raw intellect or ability to become a CTO, or not that I would be a CTO or even a CEO, or you know, just a contributor to an open source project. Like how in the fuck is, excuse my language, how in the heck is that going to be possible when I can't even understand like the smallest, littlest, tiniest little details of debugging my own code for what seems like after I have the answer, a very simple problem. So there are these chains of thoughts, these groups of thoughts, these sort of trends, which will be like really negative or self-critical or doubting. And then there are weeks, days, months, whatever, that I'm like, this is the coolest thing ever. Like, fuck yeah. Oh, excuse my language. I guess I'm in kind of a swearing mood, but like, heck yeah. Like, LTC, learning to code, the coolest thing ever. Woo! And I'll just be like so high on life, or just like on such like an increasing elevation of a trajectory that is just like so cool to not only be learning and growing and progressing, but like learning, growing, and progressing in an area of technical ability, of things that I thought were really hard or potentially impossible or unlikely. Like they're all sort of being deblocked little by little. And sort of the groupings of these spaces. Sorry if the video is a little wobbly. I'm trying out a new approach of like holding my phone. And I guess sort of as a side note, I don't know if you have like a strong opinion of what types of videos or what types of angles you find useful or interesting for you as an audience. But feel free to include that in the comment section, or give us feedback on the website and stuff. But in any case, like just this whole broader aspect of like these like sort of trends, whether you do the temporal split and cut in days or weeks or months or hours, like there just sort of to be this trend or this group or this like essence of positive, negative, or neutral thoughts. And again, like as we sort of discussed in other videos and will likely bring up in the future, like I don't think that this sort of trend of positive or negative thoughts around a specific idea, like or a specific subject area, like learning to code, is necessarily unique to LTC, learning to code. But I think it's like really interesting just using LTC as a medium, as a thought lens to explore this idea. And you know, it can be really tough. Like, be really tough, particularly when you're down, when you're feeling down about yourself or about your abilities or about your choices around learning to code. Or it can, you know, can in some ways be overwhelming to like be positive or high. Or il avait l'air pas très content. He didn't seem very happy. But anyway, but it can also just be a little exhausting to be like up all the time, and just like having like continually positive messages. But you know, I would guess that that's sort of Roger Waters' thing about life. Like, you have ups and downs, and it's sort of how you deal with the ups and downs that sort of makes the difference. So, in summary, this video was sort of just trying to start a little bit of a discussion for anyone who wants to participate around the idea of having trends of positive or negative thoughts around LTC, learning to code. And sort of more broadly, like some of my reflections or my experiences around learning to code, and how there are these like very strong trends in feeling positive or negative about my decision to like really try and invest myself in the process of learning to code and be more technical. Ooh. Oh, there's some traffic here. In any case, feel free to leave comments, feel free to leave suggestions, video quality, video production, video subject, anything is more than welcome. So, cool. All right, I will catch you later, and as always, thanks for watching. Bye.